Today I'm going to be talking about the Bolsa Chica wetlands. I'm going to be going over some of the history of it, and I'm also going to be talking about some of the animals that live there and have made their adaptations, so I'm going to be diving into their adaptations. So the Bolsa Chica Conservance is a nonprofit group formed in 1990 for the preservation, restoration, and enhancement of the Bolsa Chica wetlands. Originally in the 1800s, the wetlands were 2,600 acres, and the man who purchased Bolsa Chica used it for duck hunting and placed a gun club there. And the Bolsa Chica wetlands is in Huntington Beach, right next to the beach. In 2004, nearly 600 acres of the Bolsa Chica lowlands was reconstructed to its original conditions in the 1800s. Walking through, I noticed that the plant life next to the path was the exact opposite of wetland. Although these plants still had an amazing beauty to them, I got a little worried as they all looked dead. But as I further went down the path, I began to see the actual wetlands and that there was an abundance of wildlife. It was amazing to be so close to these wonderful animals. I love being outside and enjoy seeing such a breathtaking landmark. Adventure is something we all should feel. These wetlands show visitors how important this wildlife is. So I want to first dive into the adaptations of some of the animals. As I studied the area, I found that a few birds, lizards, and beetles had made their homes in these dead bushes and branches and twigs. And it was amazing to see their alteration to, even though that something was dead in the bushes, that they could still make their own homes. As I was studying these animals' homes, a squirrel ran by, and I began to think of their adaptations. I found that along the path I would hear rustling of leaves and see several squirrels racing through the bushes. Further down the way, the clusters of cacti were living on the side of the road, and numerous squirrels were rapidly proceeding through the cacti. Why would these poor animals risk being stabbed by a cactus if there were less dangerous places nearby? Suddenly I looked up and saw a massive red-tailed hawk fly by, and I realized that the squirrels have adapted to their locale as protection from predators. Without large trees in the wetlands, their modification of the squirrels is to build their nests in low-in-the-ground bushes. Their young ones do not get to be as high in the trees as others do, but they still get a great experience of the lower terrain. The final adaptation I wanted to just dive into is the items that they consume. In the wetlands where twigs or where nuts can be scarce, they may have to find other sources of food, such as bark, twigs, and leaves. Some abiotic factors. Now, an abiotic factor is something that is non-living that affects the animal in their habitat, such as wind or temperature and things such as that. So one of the abiotic factors that affects the squirrels are the winds from the beach that can disturb the squirrels' habitats, as well as California's fluctuating weather. These animals do have the biotic danger of hawks. Now, biotic is, something that is living that affects these animals in their habitat. So the wetlands are dynamic habitats where the world of water meets the land. In California, we have lost 91% of our marshes. Not only is it a great landmark, but a rare, crucial, and exciting place to see fantastic animals. Just as I was walking through out of the wetlands, I came out with a feeling of knowledge, interest, and adventure. Someday I'll take my children and show them this stupendous landmark. Thank you very much.
Am I speaker 4, right?
Mm-hmm.